Hello, dear Libras. It's Amanda here with your Team Rune Scope. This month, in conjunction with the runes, I will be using the premium edition of the beautiful Tarot Art Nouveau by Linnea Weatherstone and Antonella Castelli. Then, as always, be sure to join me over on Vimeo channel for part 2 of this reading. I will be pulling one card from the Fairy Ring Oracle. This is by Anna Franklin and Paul Mason to get your spiritual guidance and additional advice for how to handle the challenges of the month of November. The link to Vimeo channel where you will find your spiritual guidance reading is below. Just click or tap show more or the little arrow beneath this video, and that will open up the details section. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please do click the subscribe button if you find that my readings are connecting with your energy and are proving helpful for you. That way, each month when I upload new videos, they will go right to your feed. You can also click the little bell icon, and that will notify you when I upload new content. But let's jump in here and see what Libras are going to be doing for 19 for Libra. What are you guys up to? As always, Libra, keep in mind these are general readings for thousands of Libras. Not all of these messages will apply to you. Some are going to be for the other Libras that are watching this video. I always encourage people to check out the video for your rising sign as well, because that can clarify some things, but usually it will contain even more additional information or messages for you. So, or you can always schedule a private consultation with me. I do those on Skype. They are $8. Just drop me a line at runescopes4u@gmail.com. That's the number 4 and the letter U. That information is also below in the details section. Also, I will have holiday gift certificates available for those of you that want to give the gift of a reading with me to a friend or loved one for the holiday season. Those will be available through November 14th. Again, just email me. We can get you set up with that. But let's see what's going on with Libra. Your challenge or focus, that's where we always start. So we have the Empress in reverse. My goodness, you have all major arcana tarot cards, Libra. And unfortunately, they're all in reverse. But we'll see if we can get additional. It doesn't right away mean it's bad, so don't freak out. We'll see if we can get some additional information, though, from the runes here. I want to see what's coming through. A lot of positive runes, so. But the Empress in reverse can mean a lack of fertility. Now, this can be in the physical sense. You've been trying to get pregnant and not being successful. Or you've been trying to create something, get something off the ground, get a new job, get anything new going, find a partner, start a new relationship. Your challenge in November is to keep at it, I think, and not give up. For some of you. For others of you, it could be to think, well, this is just not supposed to happen right now. So, I mean, sometimes our challenge is reading the signs, right? Like, okay, should I keep on? Or should I just kind of think that maybe this is not for me, or this is not the right time right now? Timing is everything in life. I mean, you know, just because something doesn't work out when you're trying to do it doesn't mean it won't come back around at a later, more conducive time. But yeah, you could feel blocked, some of you, by family, by your living circumstances, by your domestic situation. Because you have the rune here of feeling opposed by a group of people, or left out, or kind of, yeah, looking in from the outside in some way. And this could just be the way you're feeling, Libra. It doesn't mean it's the reality of the situation. Maybe you feel like everybody else can have kids, but I can't. Everybody else is in a happy relationship except me. And just keep in mind, our perceptions are very skewed. Nobody knows what goes on behind closed doors. Everybody has their challenges in life. You know, and we all go through phases that are more challenging than others. So for some of you, I think the challenge is just to put it down, you know, to stop trying for a while, take a break, take a time out. Esau is saying, freeze it, wherever it's at, whatever efforts, you know, that you've been expending, put it down for a little while. If it's supposed to happen, it'll come back around. Maybe don't try so hard is the message I'm getting, Libra. That's your message for stop trying so hard. Because I just feel like you're getting very, very frustrated with this. But yeah, you always feel like you're coming up against this opposition from other people. And I feel like this is astrological for a lot of you Libras. I think you've been dealing with a heavy square, if I'm not mistaken, in your general astrology. Those of you that watch the astrology videos here on YouTube will, you've probably heard that for a while. This whole past year, in fact, has been maybe very challenging. And it's too bad that it was the year Jupiter was in your sign, because that's normally an easier year. But I mean, your challenge is to just kind of take a step back and reassess. And in some cases, admit that maybe this path is not for me. Maybe this job is not for me. Maybe this relationship is not for me. Maybe I'm not meant to have children, or at least not right now. Because there's something in your life, Libra, and again, it's going to differ for all of you what area of life this is in and what it is. There's something in your life right now that no amount of effort or pushing on your part is going to make it happen or change it. Because when this rune is in reverse, it's like this is literally the brick wall. It's out of your control. It's out of your hands. So really at this time, all you can do is just stop putting the effort in and take a break. Now, in the present energy, so this would be end of October moving into her, you've got the world in reverse. So, yeah, this is something kind of going back to this, something you're not going to finish, something that you're not going to go ahead with. You're leaving this behind. But you've got some really good runes here. So again, you've got the Rido, which is travel, relocation. You've got Ewas here too, and Rido. So some of you are moving. You're just leaving the whole place behind. You're leaving your home behind, the job behind, the family, your family behind, relocating. For some of you, maybe it's just you're traveling. You're like, we do have Thanksgiving here in the United States in November. So it could be like, well, I'm going to put this on hold and just, go home, be with the family, or they're traveling in to be here with me. So I'm just going to, put this on hold until after the holidays. But for many of you, this has to do with a job interview with Ansus here. So, this could be a move for you. But with the world in reverse, for most of you, it doesn't seem like another country or a far move. It seems like it could even just be a longer commute. But, and I actually feel like you're feeling very positive about this. So maybe the challenge here with this is just to wait, because Esau can also be just a delay, right? But yeah, I think if you are just getting the heck out of Dodge, you're like, I'm out of here. I am totally gonna, I'm gonna take this job, or I'm gonna interview for jobs in different locations so I can move and kind of get out of here. Because for some of you, there's something like you've done all you can do where you are. And if you keep running into obstacles, you'll be thinking, well, it must be the location. There must be something to do with the location or where I am. That means, that is causing me to, these roadblocks. Now, for some of you, you'd be looking to study. You'd be looking to go into university, maybe for the spring semester, and looking at changing universities, looking at, I don't want to stay here anymore. Maybe some of you are dropping out of school. You're like, I'm going to drop out of school. I'm going to take a job. I'm going to use the schooling I do have and get a job and move to this other location. So some of you are not completing school. You're going to take a job instead. Others of you are not completing. You'll be changing your major, changing what you're studying, and going a different route. Some of you be teaching. You may start teaching, or going into teaching. Like, I want to study and become a professor or a teacher or an instructor in something. But yeah, there is a big change here regarding dropping one thing, not completing it in favor of another. So I'm going to switch major. I'm going to, And if you've been banging your head against a wall, that's a wise decision, Libra. I mean, don't force it. If it's not coming to you naturally, if you're really struggling with it, if you're not enjoying it, then it's not going to be for you. You're not going to be good at something that you find a real hassle or headache. Now, at some point, all jobs are work, but, you should at least enjoy the studying and learning about it portion, right? Some of you be traveling in this spring or looking at a course to travel abroad and study, but then come back. So just a short trip to study and get a course or a certification under your belt and come back. But for many of you, I feel like this is a job interview. You're looking for jobs in other locations, and it's going to come It's going to come through here. It's going to get you out of whatever's not working. Now, the help coming in for you. We've got the Star card in reverse and the blank rune. So let's see what's coming through with these two. Help that's going to be available to you. Yeah, you're going to leave behind any vocation, any project, or any job that is not allowing you to shine. And that's going to be the help to you. Putting down the thing that isn't working. Admitting this is not a thing. Or admitting this was not my wish for myself. This was someone else's wish. You've lost hope in something because you're meant for something else. Your hope will be renewed though. But it's going to take kind of, remember, getting to this point to where, maybe the reason this is so hard is because it's not meant for me. In some capacity, that's coming in as a help to you, recognizing this is not destiny, at least not right now. Maybe in order to get to this destiny, I've got to do this first. I've got to, maybe I was trying to get here by skipping over all these steps, and you got to go through the journey, right? So, and again, with these runes, there is a lot to do with the journey. So if you've been trying to skip steps in some way, Libra, trying to get pregnant before you find your mate. And I know that sometimes just happens. We get pregnant and, maybe not with your soulmate or whatever, but then, in other cases, if you're trying to do that intentionally, maybe that's not what you're supposed to be doing. Or, I'm trying to jump into a leadership position in a company when really my education and experience are more mid-level or somewhere else. And, there's an indication here that you're not going to be able to skip steps in here, Libra. So yeah, kind of take it back to the drawing board, pull your energy back. And again, some of you are being hemmed in by your location or hemmed in by your family. Maybe you felt like you have to stay in a location because of your family. You have to look after them, or maybe you live with them and they've been, but now you're like, I got to get out of here. I got to get a job so I can be financially independent. And you're looking maybe far away, or at least a city or two over. What must be accepted? We've got the Death card in reverse. So for again, November seems to be a month of stepping back. And figuring out what you want to do. Yes, you interview, but it seems like you may not hear back until probably, especially if you're in the States because of the holiday. It'd be more where things get going if you interview and are looking for a job, or if you're looking to go study at a different university in the spring session, then that will be happening then. Some of you are just like, I'm not taking finals. You've just dropped out of school. You're like, I'm not going. I'm going to find a job. Or I'll pick it back up in spring. I need a break to figure out what I want to do. And that's fine. We have to do that sometimes. Sometimes we just have to get our bearings. Because the runes here are saying if you keep going the way you've been going, you're just going to there's a reason that things keep falling through. There's a reason that you keep failing. There's some lesson that's not being learned. And there's some element of, again, trying to skip steps or trying to skip part of the journey in some way. Or trying to do something that's not meant for you. It's not your vocation. It's not your true path. But Taurus house is here, indicating that you have a lot of luck and protection. So whatever you're taking time out to do, you're going to be all right. You've got this. You'll be in the right place at the right time. There'll be something serendipitous that happens in November to either let you know, yes, this was the right decision, or here's this new opportunity that comes out of nowhere. This new course of study, this new topic that you're very interested in that you want to look into and maybe study. Something that's going to, again, renew your hope, cause you to change direction and get on your path. Now, I'm not saying that all Libras are off your path. It's just been a time period for you to reassess so that you can get on your right path. So look at your life in the last year, Libra. Whatever has been difficult, has not worked out, has always felt like rolling a rock uphill, like a big old rock, you're rolling it uphill. What has felt like that? Look at it and say, how can I tweak this area? If it's work, am I in the right industry? Should I look and see how my skills will apply in other industries? Am I overshooting? Am I getting into positions that, always have the same duties and I hate doing them, or do I keep getting turned down for jobs because I'm applying for positions that are over my experience level or education level? How can I get it back to where I got the gig, right? So yeah, it's time for reassessing a number so you can go out there and with renewed hope and with some optimism. That's going to change your luck exponentially, Libra. Because the outcome of number, we've got Judgment in reverse. So, yeah, this is just feeling like you've been misjudged, like something hasn't been fair, like a decision was not fair to you. This could also be feeling like you've made poor choices in some way. Or again, if it's just you've been trying to get pregnant and you can't, like, you're just feeling like this is so unfair. Why is this the way that it is? IWAS, though, indicates that for some of you, it's just not the right time. You're just running into obstacles and it just may not be the right time. And that's why you haven't been able to make this happen. It's not saying decisively that you'll never be able to do whatever it is you're trying to do, get pregnant, get a certain kind of job, study at a certain university or get a degree. It's just not the right time. It's time to take a minute, reassess, come back to this later. If it's meant to happen, it will happen. If it's meant to be your destiny, it will happen. But yeah, and it's not that you've made poor choices, Libra. I don't want you to be hard on yourself, okay? It's not, you've always done what you thought was the right direction. But I feel like for some of you, it was because you were influenced by other people to do something, or that you've been, or maybe kind of the way you've been treated by other people have caused you to go off in a certain direction, isolate. Maybe you felt that everybody was really judgmental of your choices and your life decisions. And I don't know, Libra, I'm just getting the feeling like you are feeling like you just can't get a break here. Or have been feeling that way. But I do feel like there is good news coming because you have IWAS and Thor's rune, the Rosas here. So that's a lot of luck and protection around you. Oh, Lagos is here too. So all of this protection. And that's what they're saying is like you've actually been very, very protected in some way. And you will feel that in your Libra. You might want to try kind of like, yeah, I'm looking at all the things I don't have and what I want. Well, what do you have? Look at those things in number, because I feel like many of you have been very, very, you've had angels looking out for you. Things can almost always be worse. There's always somebody who has it worse than we do. Think about that. Because I feel like the angels are saying, yeah, they may not be the happiest right now, but there have been a lot of blessings. And it can be hard to get that perspective sometimes when you're kind of not feeling the most positive. But remember, take some time out, reassess, Libra, decide what you want your life to look like by this time next year. Because there's some path that the reason you haven't been able to soar and the reason you haven't been able to go where you want to go is because you've been trying to force a path that in some way is not meant for you, or the timing is not now. There's something else that needs to happen first. So that's what I see for November here, Libra. Definitely meet me over on Vimeo channel. I'm going to shuffle the fairy ring. I want to see if we can get more spiritual guidance here, more advice for how to handle these energies and how to stay positive in when you're trying to kind of redirect your life here. Again, a major month with all these major arcana. You're going to look back on teen as a pivotal year of change for you, but it's almost like it's something forced me to change it. I wouldn't have changed it if this hadn't happened, and maybe what happened or what isn't happening is not that great, but it's causing you to get on with the great, if you know what I mean. So meet me over there. The link is below, again, to the Vimeo channel. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you back here next month.